Now you know how it is with real jobs feel. Yeah, it's funny you say that because I used to have a real fucking job and I was infinitely more social because this is the one area where I absolutely will disagree with you on. Yes, a real job can be gruesome, a real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. You know what I mean? In the same way that 9 hours of streaming absolutely will. So, like, that's the difference. Like, no, 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 no. Social battery wise, unless you're in retail, unless you're in fucking retail, it's very different. You're out of touch with them. I'm gonna die, dude. There's motherfuckers who are accountants in here and they're misunderstanding what I'm saying. A real job does not expend your social battery in the same fucking way as someone who did a sales job, a real job. Okay. I'm telling you, as someone who did both, like 9 hours of constant performance and people pleasing taps you out from social scenarios. After 9 hours of that, I could probably do fucking physical labor. It would not bother me, but I can't fucking do more social shit. That's my point. Like, there are obviously real jobs out there that are good comparisons. Service sector, people pleasing jobs would be very similar. Those are like, I think, customer service type shit. But like, if you're an accountant or if you're even like in sales, my interactions with clients was limited, way more limited than like constantly having to do this for 9 hours with like a back and forth interaction for 9 hours. That's what like sucks your social battery and you just tap out after it. Yeah, think about it this way. Like, you give presentations for your job, right? Imagine giving a presentation for 9 hours straight. It's like after a while you would be like, I don't want to talk ever again. I call it like the dead zone. When I'm done streaming, I usually have like at least a refractory period of an hour where I just sit there and silently stare at my phone. Like, I don't really do anything else after that. I'm a professional yapper. It's true. So, that's it. It's like it cooks you. You need to bring a hater with you to rile you up and keep the energy going all night. Yeah. That was my point. And that decompression time period, if you're doing that in front of other people, it's like it just sucks. You just are dead. You're hollowed out. So people probably think I'm a fucking asshole. But yeah, also the other thing, what do you call it? Like, the other thing is, like, the one issue that I've brought up about Twitch streaming that's like very different than a real job, is that, like I said, you're always on. You have to always be on. There are so many private moments that you have to yourself in a real job, in a big boy job, right? Like, there are moments that you don't have to be on. When you're on camera, you have to be on all the time. That definitely, like, even if you're doing customer service, there's like in between calls, you know, you can take your time, shit like that. When you're teaching, you have breaks in between classes. That's the only, that I would say, is someone who's done like a real world job, a big boy job, and a fake job like this, that I think is like one of the biggest differences, and it just cooks you a little bit for sure. Bro, you're generalizing too much about jobs you've never done. Do you know how socially draining it is to work like most jobs? I'm just saying we can relate to your feeling a lot more than you seem to think. Lots of jobs are socially draining. Many of us are feeling all too well. Oh my God, I'm going to die. Yeah, dude. I'm saying Twitch streaming is actually way harder than any of your jobs. That's what I meant. I'm glad you can. I'm glad, and I'm saying that your job is like not real. I did sales, dumbass. I know what it's like. I had to fucking sit there. I know it's awful. You have to literally. I'm telling you, yeah, it was draining my social battery. Nowhere near to the same degree as Twitch streaming. That's my point. Anyway, every day, every single fucking thing is a debate. Yes, every single thing that comes out of my goddamn mouth. Okay. I clean shitters, buddy. What about you? I have to deal with people who clean shitters that come in here and fucking want to duke it out every goddamn time my mouth opens for 9 hours a day, okay? Anyway. You've been clip chimped and people are acting like you said streaming is harder than other jobs? There's no fucking shot, dude. Oh my lord. Like, dude, 367 comments. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I am going to video game myself. This is literally it. This is the point. This is why I don't, this is what it is. This is, you don't have any other fucking situation where you have a shit ton of cyber stalkers that get together, congregate in a fucking Reddit and like upvote this shit into oblivion out of fucking context. Look at this. Talking about my dad and shit. This is not normal, dude. Destiny's fans are so fucking insane. Can we get you banned from that lolcow shit? I can't. I don't know what to do. Brigade the fuck out of this post, I guess. Like, I don't know. I don't know what else to do in this situation. Every single one of these motherfuckers, like, oh. It's just like, don't say that and it'll get clipped again. I don't know what to say. I don't know what, like, I just don't want to be on this fucking dumbass subreddit. There is no Hasan. XQC's response on Hasan's take that streaming is harder than a regular job. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Like, are you that fucking desperate that Miskiv is fucking lapping you? Are you that desperate that Miskiv has more viewers than you, that you have to farm drama like this early in the goddamn morning? I literally said something 10 minutes in, clipped out of fucking context, had a conversation over it, immediately went to XQC, immediately XQC responds to it. Oh, it's insane. This subreddit would not be alive if it wasn't for, like, if it wasn't literally like suicide bait for streamers, okay? It blows my fucking mind that this goddamn filth exists. It blows my mind. Every single streamer despises this shit except for XQC and Destiny's communities that brigade the fuck out of it for the most part. XQC community doesn't even care about it as much anymore. It's like, it blows my mind. Normally, on any other circumstance, this subreddit has like 3,000 people max at this point. Okay? The moment that like they're like, oh, we can drive a streamer to commit suicide, hopefully one day, then it's like 15K people. It's a cyber stalking central area here. It's crazy. What a fucked up, what a fucking awful situation. Jesus Christ. Guys, I'm a profoundly fortunate individual. I've talked about this a million times over. Okay? Still a bad take. See, this is what I mean. It's like dumb bitches that are just fucking mad. Still a bad take? Shut the fuck up, idiot. You don't know what my take is.
I am one of the luckiest individuals on the fucking planet. Every single day I talk about how privileged I am. Of course. Phenomenally lucky, phenomenally privileged. You know? They don't even know what I'm talking about. Stop addressing it further? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What do you mean, stop addressing it further? It is such short work. It's like, I just showed it to you. One fucking offhanded remark clipped out of context that devalues literally everything I've ever said gets posted onto the subreddit, brigaded to hell, 450 comments in literally less than 30 fucking minutes. XQC reacts to it. That one gets fucking brigaded as well. It's so obvious. Like, it is happening. It is happening in real fucking time. And then there's still people in my community that are like, just don't address it. It's like, bro, you know this shit matters, right? Like, random normies see that and go, wow, this Hasan guy, real piece of shit, socialist, by the way. Look at him fucking saying Twitch streaming is way harder than like working a fucking real job, by the way. Clarify what your actual take is. I did. I'm a profoundly fortunate individual. This is the lottery, okay? This is the fucking lottery. Having said that, my social battery runs out after 9.5 hours of streaming, and I can't socialize adequately, and I worry that, like, I look like an asshole to random people. That was my point. That was my point. That's all I said. Think about that. I said after 9.5 hours of streaming, because you constantly have to be on, and that's the one major difference that I've experienced in comparison to my prior experience being in sales, okay, where I at least had like off moments, where at least I had moments where I could be by myself and not on camera in the same way. 9.5 hours of constantly trying to be on takes a mental toll on my social battery specifically. It's not as physically tasking or taxing, and nowhere near as bad, right? Maybe talk to XQC. He doesn't give a shit, dog. What are you talking about? XQC literally is just looking to farm drama. He's trying to do the fuck Hasan shit again and again and again and again and again. That's it. What conversation could I have with him? Get the fuck out of here. It's literally, it is straight up drama bait. And I'm telling you, the reason why he did it is because someone sent it to him, probably a Destiny fan in his community sent it to him and was like, this is a great, look how fucking stupid Hasan looks here in this clip. He knows what my actual fucking position is. This motherfucker stayed at my house with his ex-girlfriend who they fucking had like a fake divorce over, okay? He knows what the fuck I believe. It's bullshit. It's extra bullshit that he still operates like this, okay? You're wrong on this. You could literally ask the subreddit's mods to ban anything to do with you and you wouldn't have this issue. You're so fucking stupid. I have asked the subreddit moderators to ban me. They literally fucking privately DM me on a Discord server that they set up specifically for this purpose. I asked them to ban me in the past, and then I was like, listen, dude, I don't want to fucking be on this Discord. Why the fuck are they posting this shit? They literally leaked the private conversations that we had to make fun of me over it. You have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. They literally all dick ride Destiny. They unbanned me. I brigaded the subreddit specifically and openly so that they would ban me. Okay? So they did. They banned me. And then, how would I know that? Just giving a suggestion? No, chatter, you're not giving a suggestion. You're actually telling me that I'm wrong on something without actually knowing anything about the issue. You're challenging me without knowing what's going on and blaming me for something that I've tried to deal with. That's the problem. A lot of people have bad days. And when you're having a bad day, you go on here, you go on the stream and you just like say, fuck you, streamer, fuck your life. Your life is fucking awesome, which I agree. Like, how do you not recognize that you just came in here not knowing what the fuck was going on? and then immediately shifted to blame me. Please. I just don't want to be on the fucking subreddit. I don't want to be on the subreddit. I beg for someone with a heart and a conscience to take me off this godforsaken subreddit. What will it take? Dude, like, I'm currently #1 villain on LSF, and I have been for some time. Obviously, it goes through waves. Sometimes Asmongold is that guy. Sometimes even XQC gets to be that guy, okay? For a brief moment. The one guy that's never that guy is Destiny, because he fucking runs that shit, because his community is very active on Reddit, and pretty much that's the most active area that they're at. So they just constantly brigade over and over and over again. But what is the point? Like, what's the point? Do I have to kill myself? Is that when the subreddit will get nuked? How many people does this have to actually legitimately harm? Because this isn't about instilling accountability. As I've showed you very clearly, it has nothing to do with the accountability, because why would there be accountability for a take that's out of context? A take that goes against what I personally believe in, right? That's not accountability. You're not showing accountability by like lying about what my father, like the background of my family and shit. You know what I mean? It's crazy. No, you're just stalking with like additional seasoning on top of it. You know what I mean? And it's so easy to sway opinions on Reddit, because guess what, dude? Post got removed. It'll be uploaded again at a more fortuitous time. Don't worry. I know how they fucking work. They do it all the time. Posts will get taken down. It'll get mass reported. Someone will fucking come in and they'll repost it literally at like the perfect time later in the fucking day. It's just pure harassment. That's it. It's pure harassment by, unfortunately, really sad people that think that this is actually simply just a good way to get accountability. It's not. You're not doing any accountability in this situation. You have justified it personally. You think you're like morally righteous in your crusade, but you're not doing any fucking accountability whatsoever. These dudes have like throwaway accounts too. They just fucking... Why do you keep calling them Destiny fans? Because they are all Destiny fans. Every single one of them. Come on. It's the #1 community for anti-Hasan hate. Anyway. Fuck anyone that looks at that situation and immediately goes, yeah, this is probably not clipped out of fucking context. This must be the real valid take. Remember the big long post that LSF mods made when Rekful died? Really fun to see how far they moved into targeted harassment since then. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. 4 years ago when Rekful died, they added this new dawn. Now there's 14,000 people on there, by the way. A thread posted yesterday opened up some dialogue between us and our users, which confirmed our suspicions of the subreddit needs drastic change. The first of these changes is becoming more transparent in the actions we take and why we take them. In all honesty, the mod team has been in shambles for a long time now. Moderator burnout took a hold a long while ago. LSF used to be a place for PUBG car flips and like random funny moments on streams, and like and you know, the occasional new Korean Twitch streamer that's dancing. And then somewhere along the fucking way, it basically turned into this shithole, this reactionary shithole. And the only time it ever fucking pops off is when there is like a villain that you can ritualistically fucking try and humiliate by acting like you're actually doing accountability when there's no accountability to be had. What is the accountability? That you misunderstood my point? That's the accountability? I misunderstood your point and I fucking hate you and I want you to kill yourself. So I'm just going to fucking like talk about your family, talk about all the things that I also previously heard about you that are not true either. The fourth rule on the subreddit, by the way, harassment out of context. Yeah, I mean, they don't follow it. And there's nothing you can do about it either. Yeah. Who said to kill yourself? Okay, for those of you who don't understand, I'm going to explain something to you, okay? I'm going to explain something to you. I think we talk about celebs and family members a lot. It just sucks to be the subject of the shit talking. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, totally. It's perfectly valid and perfectly normal to like dox people's family members and shit. You're right, because they're celebrities and I'm infatuated with them, so it must be correct. The ultimate goal of the harassment campaigns is to try to get people to kill themselves. Kiwi Farms does this. They do it to random trans people and shit all the goddamn time. This is the whole point. If you don't understand like this forum culture, lol cowing in general, I don't know what to tell you. It's usually very sad people that get together and form an online brigade to try to constantly fucking hound someone into inevitably like ruining their lives. And there are some content creators who basically have made this their career. Okay. But for those of you who don't know, when this kind of stuff happens, it's not just like people saying kill yourself. People say kill yourself to me all the time. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to kill myself, obviously. Okay. But when this kind of stuff pops off and they post it on Twitter and shit, I'm getting doxxed. I'm getting swatted. Okay. Do you understand? That's the problem. My family is getting doxxed. My family's getting harassed. That's not normal. And every single fucking time this happens, I'm getting calls from the fucking FBI because of real death threats. I don't talk about this on purpose because it's fucking, it only thrives. It only makes people want to do it more and more. Okay? Do you understand? People showing up at your fucking house, people trying to break into your shit. There's a reason why so many Twitch streamers never talk about this shit. And every single one of them, including XQC, goes through this on a regular fucking basis, which is why I have no fucking interest in dealing with someone like XQC in this situation, because he gets it so fucking hard. So he knows not to egg it on, but he does it anyway because he wants fucking drama. It's bullshit. LSF has turned into Kiwi Farms for Twitch. This dog shit subreddit was built on the backs of streamers and their communities making funny clips, and it has turned into a Kiwi Farms cyber harassment Reddit for 4 to 5 streamers they despise. Yeah. The irony is that this exact cycle of fucking hatred is unironically something that you can't deal with, by the way. There's no legal way to deal with this, so everybody calm the fuck down. The internet is too new. We're legislated by boomers. There is no boomer that fucking understands this process until enough people either kill themselves or get killed by stalkers as a consequence of this shit. No change will come. And even then, no change will probably come because it's too complicated. You're in here every fucking day and you don't understand it. It's a bunch of people who legitimately think that they're not cyber stalking, but actually holding accountability too. Anyway, this is the part though, okay? This is the thing that is unironically what makes this so much worse, so much harder than like a normal job. It can happen in a normal job too. But I can't even talk about saying like my social battery runs out more than it did when I used to do a sales job, because at least on a sales job I had like off moments, you know what I mean? A little bit of time off from like immediately communicating with people. And the only exception I would make to this is like a service sector. A service sector job would be like worse than this, of course. And then immediately it's like Let's go and try to get him to fucking kill himself, Reddit threads, by doxing my fucking family. What do you mean? You proved my fucking point. Millionaire streamer claims a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you. I'm just going to quote retweet this cocksucker and fucking talk about it. Like, this is what I mean. They go to different avenues. But hey, listen, you can easily brigade this fucking piece of shit. This is it, though. This is it. This is literally it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. They immediately went in and posted it. They posted it on fucking Reddit. They posted on Twitter. They go full force. I mean, this guy, like, the whole point is you can't really defeat this level of brain rot because, like, this dude is mentally ill, okay? He's mentally ill and incredibly fucking sad. He's just here to dick ride his daddy into oblivion, and who will fucking fight for him aggressively. Guess who retweeted it? I'm assuming Destiny. Yeah. The one subscription he has on his fucking Twitter. It's literally, it's insane. It's insane to me. It's wild to see other streamers egging this shit on too when you know full well what it's like. I don't know how normal people don't see this stuff from accounts like that and don't stop for a second to think, hey, maybe that person behind this account is in good faith. Media literacy is already difficult to achieve. Media literacy for online stuff is infinitely more difficult to achieve. Okay? You have to recognize that, like, no one thinks that there is an entire community of people like gang stalking someone specifically for their one random deadbeat dad streamer, okay? So that he can make money on his fucking YouTube page or some shit. You're crazy. Like, that would be insane. If you explain this to a normal person, they'd be talking about, like, what are you saying? Look, boom. Goes from here to here. HasanAbi says the streamer is harder than working a real job. Like, you're watching this happen in real time. I think this is very informative, very instructive. Okay? I think it's very informative, very instructive on how quickly this moves and turns into like a massive fucking pile-on. Okay? Need him to work in an office sitting behind a computer all day. I know, it's so funny. That's it. How much do you agree with the statement that streamers are out of touch? Infinitely out of touch. Of course I fucking agree with that statement. They want you deplatformed. Nothing else matters to them. You've managed to build an extremely popular Twitch channel dedicated to left-wing political discourse. You accomplished something very special with the channel and inspire many and surely many others to get into politics and political process. I don't know. I worked in the fucking oil field. Streaming is just a different kind of stress. It's all the fucking same. Oil was harder on my body, but this shit tolls your mind in a different way. Fuck these losers. Most people don't deal with nonstop, never escaping, invading privacy losers, different stressors. That's it. That's the point. I simply was stating, and I even clarified that, like, it's the only other job that, like, legitimately is worse. The only other job that's, like, legitimately significantly worse would be a service sector, customer service facing job, which is very clearly stated. It's crazier to me because I hadn't even blasted off at this point. So I had like 10,000 people in here. You know what I mean? Like I hadn't even, like, this is the point though. Your views you have for a reason. Yes, brother. I know, dude. I know. I'm failing. It's awful. Okay, bro. We don't make millions sitting up my shitty office job. Shut the fuck up. Like, oh my God, you said something dumb. Why do you defend it for hours? Because it's not what you think I said. That's the problem. And you're already doing it. Like you're doing it. You're reinforcing this fucking thing. It's crazy how fucking dedicated this is. I was expecting them to activate it again after your vids comments from the past few days because it is how vengeful those losers are. I know. Oh. People coming here just to be an op is literally weird as fuck. I agree with what you said, but you do have the freedom to stream less, I think, and have more social battery. I know, dude. I know. I mean, that's the goal, is to get me to quit anyway. So, you know. Like, look at this. Look, dude. Imagine having a dude's dick in your fucking mouth this hard. To be honest, man, you were just starting to lose your sauce, you know? You lived in the shadow of destiny. You had things made for you, and then you flew to the sun too close. GG. Brother, you are a human being. Please, please, for the love of Christ, seek help, okay? Whatever you believe in, seek help. This is not a normal thing to do. I promise you, this is making your own personal mental health worse. Every single time you think you're like on a conquest to take down one of your favorite content creators' enemies, you're actually hurting your own mental state more and more. Okay? The fact that there's a complex of clippers ready to paint you in the worst light just highlights how correct their original take is. These losers are making your point, but it doesn't matter because they don't truly care about consistency. Yeah. Anyway, in a little bit, I think people really just don't like it when rich people complain. Plus, you're a leftist, which certainly doesn't help when it comes to harassment on the internet. It wasn't even like it wasn't even a fucking massive complaint. Yeah, you don't talk about the death threat because it runs the risk of increasing the occurrence, but you feed into the misinformation. The people who know what you do respect and understand it. Like, I'm talking about how my night went and why I can't like have a fucking social battery after a long ass time. After streaming for fucking 9.5 hours. Saying like, I wish I could be more social with my fucking friends when I go out at night, and I can't do it because of 9.5 hours of fucking streaming. someone who willingly misinterprets what I'm saying in the chat says, are you saying that like your job is tough and tougher than the fucking actual average worker? I respond to that person and I say something along the lines of like, as someone who worked in sales, yes, there's the one aspect of this job, Twitch streaming, that is worse than like a normal fucking job is the fact that you have to be on the entire time. In a way, on sales and in a sales position or in a fucking customer service facing job, there's still like brief moments that you can take to yourself, like solace. That's it. But of course, this is a profoundly fortunate position that I'm in. Like it's ridiculous. I'm one of the luckiest individuals on the planet. You know what I mean? I talk about that all the time. I'm profoundly privileged. Hasan, I'm begging you. They're watching you live and calling for brigading and to trigger you in chat. I'm begging you, don't dignify these shitbags with a reply. That's the other thing. It's like, it's so gross that this loser can just like fucking sit there and egg his own community on to like come in here and fucking harass. This is why you have no fucking friends except for orbiters that are suckling on your teat, by the way. This is why you keep finding yourself in like these fucked up ass relationships with like broken people. Okay? This is why you are dual divorced at this point and fucking miserable for the most part. I just know, I hope you understand that. Find God. I really did think that maybe like all the fucking red pill debating and stuff, like getting in a new audience would have basically allowed him to like move on, grow up. But nope. Nope. Tim Pool ass, fence sitting motherfucker. And then they'll turn around and be like, oh, it's really fucked up.